All right, I think it's time. It's time for us to get this thing started. It's one of these buttons. We'll try this one over here. See if that one works. And there we are. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it might be in your part of the world.
Greetings, my excellent friend.
It's so good to see you. My name is Jeff Fritz, and today, well, we're going to...
Charles Gilligley just resubscribed for 50 months.
Charles, thank you so much for the resub, and we'll make a donation to the Raspberry Pi Foundation. My name is Jeff Fritz. Welcome, friends, and we're going to keep doing this. Okay, hey,
F1CHK0PP just resubscribed for 12 months. Ahoy. Time moves fast.
It
Already
does.
1 year C# party.
Thank you so much. And another donation. My name is Jeff Fritz, and today is October 29th, 2024. And we're going to write a little bit of code today. Yes, I've even got a different hat on. We've got to get that trained up. It's been a struggle here the past couple of weeks. I haven't been feeling 100%. I've been out to see some doctors to get some things done. I'm struggling just to get in and stream a little bit here today. But it was important to me to sit down, have a little bit of time talking to you, have some good times. Looking at some code and chatting about tech here this morning. Let me say hello to the folks in the chat room. They're right over there. We're broadcasting live on Twitch and YouTube. Let me say hello to everybody who's dropped in. Robert Stefan is here. Drew Dude. Hello, Drew. Good to see you. C# Titan is here and says hello. Hope you're doing well today. Greetings from Melbourne, Australia. Did I resolve my AirPods issue? Let me come back to the AirPods issue, but I'm a little under the weather. I've been taking a lot of meds, and taking a few days off from Microsoft, but I wanted to drop in and write a little code with you. Phil Vesey, good afternoon. Napalm with the big, getting ready for Saturday, and we are there. Of course, I had to respond Penn State. And the cheer goes along. Thank you, and you're welcome. And we were similarly Central Pennsylvania aware there. Billy Cool, good to see you there. Polka Pips, hey, good day to you. Hello. Continuing along here. Yeah, we got to get the hat trained. Vite Auto, hello with the dancing emotes there. Bop to you as well. Manoj, yeah, we're doing pretty good. Wish me the best good health. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've been fighting with a sinus infection off and on for the past 3 weeks or so, and I thought I had it beaten. It took a turn for the worse before last week, and got even worse over the weekend. So I've been seeing doctors, and I'm going to take off from stream here, picking up some meds and a couple other things when I'm done. But I've been taking it easy, getting some rest. I'll set up the hat training bot here, doing that thing real quick there, because yes, it's a new hat. Let me give it its opportunity to take all the pictures and get those sent off to the AI for training. It's a orange stitching of the Headless Horseman from Sleepy Hollow. So here's the deal. My younger daughter was home from West Virginia University this weekend, and Friday night she said, "Mom, Dad, I want to go to a haunted hayride. Let's go. As a family, the three of us, let's go do a haunted hayride, haunted house, that whole thing." And sure, no problem. And she picked out this one called Sleepy Hollow Haunted Acres in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. You can look them up. They're on the Bing. They're on the Google. And farm that they've turned a couple acres into, and an old farmhouse they turned into a haunted house. They cut through the cornfield there at the end of the season, set up a haunted hayride with actors and barns to drive through. Really fun. But we got done and got done with the haunted house. We got done with the hayride and whatnot. And we're walking through and going to get a snack at one of the food stands. I want to, pay it forward. They did a good job with the venue, and they had a merch van there. I'm like, all right, whatever. I didn't think anything of it, but they had hats. And in chat, me and hats. And I saw this and I thought, dang, that's a good looking one with that orange stitching looks really good. And they also did this thing over here, and I'm seeing more and more of folks doing the side stitching with an additional label, so they have some sort of logo on the front that really sets things off. But then the side stitching over here, and in this case, they put the name of the venue. Really cool stuff. I love the black and orange for a Halloween themed hat. Really, really like that one. So I had to pick it up. Like, if I go on a trip somewhere and I'm not coming home with at least one hat, something's wrong. So, yep. Pick this one up, and I think it's a pretty good one, chat. What do you think? So, let me take a peek over at Custom Vision AI, and we should be able to get that queued up so that it knows this one. How are you doing, chat room? There's a lot. I feel like there's a lot going on, and dear Lord, we are 1 week away from the American election. It cannot come fast enough.
Eric Bernard still in just resubscribed for 17 months. Good afternoon, Jeff.
Hey, good afternoon to you. So Robert with a question here. Which one would be better for dev, Ollama or LM Studio? Started working on my first project using Semantic Kernel. You're asking about working locally. My understanding is that the LM Studio is going to help you working locally because you're working all within the same ecosystem. That said, though, Ollama should support, and you should be able to work with that as well. So I have a video I'm putting together for our friends from Iron Software. Should be able to get that done and released this week. There's an update that I'm getting ready to push out for Tags App because we're going to be using Tags App in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today is .NET Conf. Oh man, it's going to be quite the event. We're really looking forward to this. The team is all ready to go. There's a bunch happening behind the scenes to get ready, to get folks loaded up in town, all set to go. The chaos that we usually have for .NET Conf. We're really looking forward to this. Oh man, I love this. Yeah, Custom Vision is telling me I don't have access to it. Nice. Way to go there. So we've got all the sessions planned. We've got folks doing recordings for recorded sessions that are going to be going live on Friday. There is an education day. It's normally the day before, and I keep confusing that the education day is the day before. It's actually going to be 2 weeks later, because the week after is Microsoft Ignite. The Monday after that is when Education Day is, and it'll be a career focus day about all the things that you can kind of steer your career into with the technology industry. Yeah, I don't have access to this. And I seem to remember that was an issue with Active Directory configuration. Is this event all live streamed? This event or .NET Conf? .NET Conf is all live streamed. Yes. Not only is it live streamed, but it's all recorded. It's all live streamed on Twitch and YouTube, so it's immediately available for replay on YouTube. There is a team of editors that's cutting the video down, and it'll be available as individual half-hour, 45-minute sessions, starting on about a week later is when they target for that to be available. So It's completely available online, live streamed. There will be folks answering questions, not just from Twitch chat or YouTube chat, but we've got support because we're using Tags app for X, for Mastodon, for Blue Sky, and for a custom text box that we're putting on the .NET Conf website so that folks can ask questions and participate in the event. So we're really looking forward to having all the folks join us and being a part of the event. So yeah, it's going to be great stuff. AI. So we actually had some folks complain that there wasn't enough AI. Like, are you kidding? All of the other Microsoft events have been only AI. And here we are putting together our event where you have a little bit of AI, but we're also talking about all the updates for .NET. And covering a little bit of both. And I find it interesting that some folks were saying, well, why isn't there more AI? Like, really? Really? So, for some reason, it thinks it's trying to put me into a different Active Directory than the one I signed into by default. So consequently, I don't have access to Custom Vision AI, even though there's no opportunity for me to choose which one I'm in. So, like, no, I'm not part of this. Get me out of there's no way. Once you touch an Active Directory, you can't leave it, can you? No. That's weird. That's weird. You know what I'm saying? Everyone is tired of AI, says Billy Cool. Eddie Dre, hello. AI is great and important, but it's not the only thing. Totally agree. Yep. You're on an AI team, and you are tired of hearing AI. Yeah. I'm definitely feeling that. So, startup directory, selected directory, there it is. And that's my account. And I don't have access to it. That makes things just a heck of a lot harder to deal with. Yeah. Not only that, but when I say to sign in, I can't choose which Active Directory that I'm in. Just, you don't have access to this. Okay? That makes things a heck of a lot more fun. Let's see if I try a different browser here. You joined the client's Azure AD to do some work. They disabled your account. Now you can't remove it. Yep, just an orphan object. Yeah, it's kind of annoying like that. You know what I'm saying? And no way to do anything with that, one way or the other. Let me get some music playing in the background here. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the synthwave playlist today. Scroll somewhere down here and FiberNet speed. Let's start there. This is music that's DMCA free. It's royalty free. Check it out at Check it out at streambeats.com. Big thanks to Harris Heller and his team of creators for putting this music together that we're listening to today. Okay. And really? Oh, this is going to be fun. My Bluetooth mouse has decided to disconnect. Yeah, there it goes. So let's see if it works from the Linux machine. Because somehow it's jumping me into the wrong... directory. Nope. Okay. I'm going to end up making a call to the Custom Vision AI folks again. That's fun. That's fun. So, yeah, it's not going to know this hat, and we're not going to be able to do much about that for a while. Yeah, so there's a fix. There was a permission thing that I had to put in to the portal, and there's I can see that it's trying to log into the wrong directory. So, let me see here. Happy Tuesday, Weird Beard Dev. Hello. How's everything going? It's going well. So, we were working on a project called SharpSite. We were doing a bunch of tasks to build and establish some idea of what could be a .NET-based, very simple content management system blog. And we got through the requirements that we needed for a minimum viable. Just a little website, has the basic theme, but displays a list of blog posts on it. Very basic. Doesn't have any security yet, but very basic. Hey, here it is. If you just wanted to create a list of notes that you wanted to save. Not great, but also a start to lay the groundwork for where we want to go with this. I labeled it as minimum viable because it does the very bare minimum set of things that we've put together and we've designed that we want to do. But there's more features to add, and this is going to be a very long project that we're working through, and I hope that you out there take some time and take a look at it. Maybe you learn something from it, and we get a chance to grow this project together on stream, on YouTube videos, and even blog posts to add features, to learn about Blazor, to learn about .NET Aspire, learn a little bit about C#, and grow this together. And maybe you learn something. Maybe there's a technique that you can take and apply to your projects. All kinds of stuff like that. It's a good opportunity with a simple set of business objects that we can investigate and grow together. Hey, Digital Dummy, nice to see you. Thank you for dropping in. Let me head over to the Linux machine because this is Ubuntober, where we do everything the entire month on Ubuntu Linux. There it is. There's my keyboard right there. I'm using the Digma Defy keyboard. They've graciously supplied this. I've been learning how to type better with it, and I think I'm in a really good spot with it now. So you can check out information about that, of course, down below, or you can use the keyboard command there on Twitch. So let's dig in. I have a milestone that I put together here for what should be the next block of features that we want to start building here for the website. Okay. Coffee is good. Feeling good about that. And here we go. Just taking a look at a handful of things that are going on over here. So let me take a second here real quick because I'm reminded of something. Two things. There was a question earlier about my AirPods. So I of course have the Apple AirPods, right? The AirPods Pro, right? And do you join the Discords? All right, friends, do you use Discord out there? So there you go. Right, I've got one of these deals, and it's a nice set of headphones. Enjoy listening to Spotify and YouTube and podcasts and whatever. And I join Discord or I'll call friends on Discord while I'm out walking the dog, that kind of thing, or I'm traveling, what have you. I'll join a Discord chat room and I'll hang out and talk from my phone. There's a problem that I ran into, and it was maybe 2-3 years ago. I had this problem where for some reason my AirPods, I can hear what's going on inside of a group chat room, but they're muted. They will not respond. I can dictate messages into the text chat of that audio chat room, but my AirPods are dead. I cannot, the microphone on them does not work when I'm in a group chat. If I'm in a one-on-one phone call, works no problem. No problem whatsoever. It's weird. Haven't gotten that worked out, and it's really frustrating me. The other thing that came up last time we were on stream together is that I've been having problems with the American health insurance system, because man alive, for some reason I've been having a lot of my claims for my insurance company that should be covered. I've been having them declined. Well, I think I found the source of the issue. About 5-6 years ago, I was driving home from the post office, and I was rear-ended by another vehicle. My car was sitting still at a traffic light. Another vehicle crashed into the back of my car 5-6 years ago. I wasn't hurt, but I was told, go to the doctor, get that all checked out. And when I went to the doctor, they said, give us your auto insurance to file with so that we can follow up with them, and of course they can make the appropriate healthcare claims for the accident. When I saw the doctors for this current thing that I'm dealing with, when I saw the doctors over the weekend and last week, I didn't realize it, but they were filing my claims with my car insurance company. This didn't seem weird to the car insurance company. They just kept rejecting it. No. And the doctors thought nothing of it. Oh, okay, insurance company's not paying for it. But they were filing my claims against the car insurance company. So now I'm going back and forcing them to refile claims with the appropriate insurance company, and we're going to see what happens here. So I'm dealing with that. You don't really use Apple products if you don't have to. That's okay. I am in deep in Apple country. Apple Watch. I still have an iPhone 14. I know I'm 2 years old on my phone. But the AirPods, and for some reason, yeah, don't work. Yep, that's right, Junie. They've been filing my health insurance claims to the car insurance company. As a non-U.S. person, this entire system sounds absolutely mental. It is. It is, Phil. Yes. So, here you are thinking in your country that we're doing stupid things. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's plenty dumb here in the States. Let me tell you something. Bootyful, I'm going to come back to your question in just a minute. So, you kept your last phone for over 7 years. Weirdbeard Dev, I feel similarly. The new phones are literally as much as a laptop computer. And it's working just fine. I don't need to upgrade for the new AI features on the new iPhone 16. Like, no. It's a $1,500 phone. No. I will take my time and roll out to that when I'm good and ready to. So, hey, how you doing there, Mythin? Junie says, I remember that car accident, so sorry. Can't wrap your brain around that because filing with med and car is totally different. Yep. Nice to see checking information for the past 5 years have not worked. Totally agree. Any opinions on on phones that have foldable screens? All right, so let me come back to that. I want to make sure I answer this question from Bootyful. What do I think about the documentation regarding identity? Is there a chance it could be improved? Yes. There is a... Oh, we went right to add. And I don't think... Yeah, Bootyful does not have... So let me pin that topic. Let me come back to that, and I'll make sure I answer some of these other questions here from folks that are able to see what's going on. Weirdbeard Dev doesn't need incremental annual updates at such a huge cost. Yes, totally agree. It's not worth it. Do I worry about security updates when your phone gets a certain age? No, because Apple continues to provide security updates. So, Calicula LOL says, I still use an iPhone 8. Wow. I think I still have my iPhone 8 in the desk drawer here. So another minute of ads, and then we'll come back to chatting with some folks. How you doing there, Aluther Crow? Mythin says, but doing good. Looking into creating forms in Blazor. Boy, I'm struggling with something so simple. What are you struggling with there, Mythin? Let's get you straightened out. We built a simple form here for SharpSite. It shouldn't be hard to do. Forms with Blazor is something that we want to make sure is easy for folks to do. Just like I want to get back to Bootyful's question there about identity. We want to make sure identity is easy to do. And quite frankly, when you look at how identity and authentication and authorization is implemented in other web frameworks, you don't know how good you have it. It's confusing as hell to do in .NET, but you don't know how good you have it compared to these other platforms where they don't even care and they just kind of leave you out to dry, like, go figure it out. Like, So, there we go. Ads are over. Let me finish the comment here for, where did it go? For Bootyful. So, you were asking about documentation regarding identity. Yes. And I was just saying that other languages, other web frameworks have it significantly worse because there isn't a cohesive identity, security, authentication, and authorization framework that's available that just plugs into everything, quite like ASP.NET does. And quite frankly, to exactly your point, if there was good documentation... Let me rephrase. If there was really good documentation, sensible defaults, and a way to literally just turn it on, and as a lay person to the security field, just a web developer, make the security happen. It's scary things happening over there. If there were, I don't want to say wizard level ways, but if there were like 100 level ways to say, just to add authentication and authorization into my web project, I want certain password strength and make these roles available, and here's where the roles can be enforced. Like that level of simplicity, and in the tooling with the option to, of course, lift open the hood and see how that's configuring things for you, and with documentation to support that said, okay, here's the 100 level stuff to just get your app secure with some opinionated, sensible defaults. That would go a long way for many .NET developers to get opinionated, sensible defaults with the ability to, like I said, lift the hood, take a look, right? And there's the car analogy. I want to take a look under the hood and be able to tune things a little bit and adjust things. You can do that and get into advanced configuration. But I think if there's a nice set of sensible defaults that are easy to add in with couple small lines of code, it would go a long way with documentation to support, and documentation that for the 100, 200 level security implementer, you might be a 400 level C# developer, and you know how to do things unsafe and work with all of the memory registers directly. You might be amazing at that stuff, but when it comes to interacting with writing security for your application, you might be all thumbs. And I know people who are like this. I work with people who are like this. And getting the security right can be a scary thing for some of those folks. Give you that 100 level, hey, let's just get your application secure. And if you want to unpack and customize, okay, here's how we customize. And that 100 level set of documentation, we don't need to go into in-depth terms and security things that can be scary. We can get there. But getting folks in and used to that would go a long way to leveling up the security mindset of the .NET community. So, Bootyful, I'm right on pace with you there and agree with you that we can improve it, and it is something that is on the agenda for the .NET team. Let me see. Let me catch up now. Napalm says they're on an iPhone 13, and it's fine. Yep. Eddie has an iPhone 6 somewhere. You need to e-waste. Yeah. I think there's a couple of my older iPhones I'm ready to e-waste as well. Legacy code and refactoring. If it works, don't touch it. Totally agree. C# Titan says it might be a rumor read somewhere that Apple may be canceling production of Vision Pro by end of year. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised because Apple made the mistake of releasing the Vision Pro. Thank you for the phone. Of releasing the Vision. Apple made the mistake of releasing the Vision Pro, and initially, when they were talking about it, it was going to be a developer unit, priced as a developer unit. But for some reason, in the month leading up to the actual hardware released, they removed that bit of documentation and promotion. And the Vision Pro was... There was nothing to say. This was focused on a developer community to enable building and generating this next generation of user interface. Consequently, then, so many consumers, non-developers, non-professional developers, bought the device and thought, this isn't for me. It doesn't do all the things that I expect. The apps that I want to run, it doesn't do. And with such a high percentage of folks that were consumers that bought it thinking it was a toy, it was just like their Meta Quest headsets, but it's from Apple, so it justifies paying $3,000 more for it. So many of them returned and complained about the device online that, yeah, percentages, it's not worth it for them. If it was released as a small batch and targeted to developers, and you had to register for the developer program to be eligible to get one, that's different. Now we're clearly declaring and saying this is a developer thing, that if you want it, you're getting into something that is alpha, that is pre-release, that is going to grow. It's got a great capability. We want our developers to have a good experience so that they know and feel where we want to go with this. But they missed the message. It's dare I say, it's almost like the Osborne effect. Except, right, instead of saying, yeah, the next one's coming and wait till you see how much better the next one is, they took the developer label off of something that quite literally was a pre-release product. Alu says, a bit sad that WASM is blocked by CSP on Twitch extensions. I thought it would be. I thought it would be, Alu. Yeah. We need IDP as code. So there's a belief that Keycloak can help with this. I still think Keycloak is way too complicated for the average developer. Keycloak does some really cool stuff. I think it's too complicated still. Mythin says, at this point, I'm trying to create a highly interactive form. Partly it should be in WebAssembly. However, the database part should be on the server. Okay. The nice part is that when I create a component on the server-side project and include one or more components from the client-side project, it keeps throwing an odd scenario at me. Navigate to the page. The page shows after a few seconds throws a 404 error. No error on client side, just rather no database interaction there. Here's what's going on. That's great. They're using Blazor. Thank you for the follow. What's happening there is it's doing pre-rendering on the server, and then it's running. After it's done pre-rendering, it shows you an initial page, and it's trying to hand off processing to the client. The client doesn't have the database connection that it can make. This is a classic scenario that you run into with the new Blazor capabilities, where you can have components that run on the server and in WebAssembly, and you can choose where they run. So what you want to do is have your WebAssembly reference some sort of a repository interface. When it renders on the server, inject a dummy implementation of that repository. When it runs on the client, in the client program CS, declare and inject a HTTP client-enabled version of that repository that knows how to get and post to a API that contains the interactions that you want. Otherwise, if you want it all to run as server-based, like we're going to be doing here with SharpSite, label the page as interactive server, and it'll work. So the trick is controlling where those components run. And WebAssembly, by default, pre-renders on the server. So you get this weird, it's on the server, now it's on the client. and it hands off. And that's a phenomenal experience for folks. But when you need to manage external resources that are only available on the server, you can't do it on the client, which makes sense. You don't want folks that are somewhere else outside of your organization, right? You've got that person who's using your application and they're on a hillside in the middle of West Virginia. You don't want them to be able to do an update command to your database sitting in your data center. That's not going to work. So, you swear they want to release an intra-add scaffold identity option in Visual Studio with Blazor specifically in .NET 9, but it was pushed after release date. There is talk about more scaffolding capabilities. Yes. I really like the .NET Aspire approach to setting up open telemetry. What? I don't see this song. I'm looking for the song that it's highlighting here that it's playing. Yeah, I don't see the highlighted song here. It says I'm still on the playlist, but I don't see... What? Now, I'm not on a random here, but I also don't see the ticker. Huh? It's gotta be here. This song is called Orion. It says it's from an album called Protocols, but I don't see that on this list. I'm going to start over because I think it went off the list. All right, here we go. So back to Eddie's comment. I'm a fan of the opinionated way that Aspire has set up and pushed OpenTelemetry into the way that you do logging. Because what I think is interesting about that is it makes it makes it drop dead simple for everybody to say, yes, just do it. Give me that 1 or 2 lines of code that has a strong basis and an audited recommended basis sitting somewhere in either generated code or something behind the scenes that I can reference, right? Or I can scaffold if I need to, and give me a way to just say add authentication, add authorization, done, and let that configure and do the right thing. I really like that approach, and I think something similar can be done, and then you can still take care of the folks that want to scaffold and connect into other services as well. It's not happening. You can't say why I know that. Okay, I believe you, Napalm. You saw David Fowler's post about OpenTelemetry improvements coming to the dashboard, viewing exception details and making it more easy. Yep. Osborne, Halt and Catch Fire. Oh, that was a great series. Halt and Catch Fire was a fantastic pseudo-documentary drama series. Fantastic content there. Really enjoyed watching that. It's one of those that I'm tempted to go back and watch again because it was definitely something about the growth and the origins of this tech industry that we're all a part of. Happy Tuesday, Digital Drummer J. Yes, it is only Tuesday. So 2 weeks until .NET Conf. What about when the server's offline or cycling, says Eric Van. Wasn't there magic to reconnect enhanced in .NET 9? Yes, and you see that, right? You see the reconnect both with .NET Aspire as the reconnect technology. Blazor server in .NET 9 has an improved reconnect when the server disappears as well. So, yes. You don't want to scaffold, you want to unfold. Those are in my mind, there's 3 types of security that everybody should put into their project. There's get all your headers and things secured and locked down. That includes things like cores that everybody hates. There's, I just want to add authentication with basic roles. And then there's advanced configuration where you want to be able to tweak and tune. Well, I want a bearer token as a header, and I want it to have this type of encryption, and I want to use it in these specific places, and I want it to be carried. All of that is advanced configuration. You open an older API you were working on and decide to use .NET 9, but it never worked because it kept looking for the wrong 8x. Oh, that's weird. Mythin asks, do you know if there is a sample project of the structure I just described? Would love to see what it looks like. I usually need to visualize things. Blazing Pizza. Check out the Blazing Pizza workshop in my GitHub. I talk through and I show exactly that, and it's at the end of the first module. I specifically wrote the first module to run into exactly this problem that you're having, Mythin, where the first page of the Blazing Pizza website is it's a pizza shop. It's a list of specials, and we've played games with the various pizza specials when I've given this workshop live on stream in the past. But the first page is a great candidate to be to run on the server, heavily cached. Nobody needs that. There's nothing unique that needs to be loaded for it. But once you start needing to interact with it, you need to move some of that to either Blazor server or Blazor WebAssembly. So at that point in the description, I move it to Blazor WebAssembly, and I show how to use the repository interface to work back and forth. My copy of the workshop is up to date. I need to get the pull request loaded, completed. I've been talking to our friend David Pine about reviewing and getting that loaded in. But check out the Blazing Pizza workshop. That's up to date with .NET 8 in my GitHub repository. I haven't done the .NET 9 update yet. Robert has a C# CLI app that depends on a bunch of Docker containers. Can I add Aspire to it also? Yes. The other way around. Can .NET Aspire manage the CLI app with a bunch of Docker containers? Yes. Yes, it can. So, is this party to whom I'm speaking? Hey, Code with Sean. Hello. Frank is here. Good morning to you. Hello, hello. Selt Ninja says, Halt and Catch Fire is my favorite show. Watched it so many times. I really enjoyed it, and I do want to go back and rewatch this series. It's based on the book The Soul of a New Machine. Really? I didn't know that. Having a stream over my own name? Having a stream over my own name? After my own name? Hey, Reese. Yeah, I'm doing better. It's important to me to jump on and have a stream. So, Coors is cuss out the remote system. I like that, high-tech redneck. I like that. How's it going, Reese? So, there was a post from our friend Fairy Wings last night on Blue Sky. Are you using the Blue Sky, folks? Are you using more of the Blue Sky? Where she posted, "I hate my friends." We were hanging out in a chat last night, as you do, as one does. And I'm saying this for Reese. It might have come up on her stream already, but something came up. We were talking about something, and our friend Fairy Wings, I read something popped into my head about Eminem and the real Slim Shady. And I just hit it. The real Fair Fairy. Fair, F-A-I-R, and then Fairy is in the part before Fairy Wings. And oh my god, the references to Eminem went a little bit nutty last night, and yeah. So the real Fair Fairy, drop that into her chat and watch what happens. So there you go. Napalm asks, is TagsApp dead? Aspirify complete? That's something that I need to do this week because we're going to be testing and preparing to run for .NET Conf next week. It's not dead. It's something, and I'm probably going to back off getting it into Aspire. Just make sure that it works for next week. Not next week, 2 weeks. It's not dead. It's just parked. We've got other projects that are interesting to work on. Very squirrel, and that's okay. Like, there's lots of different things that we can work on as a community, and we can bounce around and come back to things. So, hey, PC nerd, hello. Good morning to you, Code with Sean. Yeah, C# Fritz doing C#. Absolutely, that's what I do, Reese. Will the .NET 9 RC work in Visual Studio 2022, or do I need to use the VS Preview version too? Still, asks Reg. I believe you need the preview version. I believe. I always use the preview version, so it doesn't...
Phil Vesey cheered 100.
Phil! Thank you so much for the cheer, and I'll make a donation to the Raspberry Pi Foundation. Lucy is here. You use the Fediverse. Yeah, I don't blame you on that. How's it going, Lucy? Great to see you. It's the same process that everybody shows on YTB. YTB? Adding orchestration? Yes. Yes, I am on Blue Sky. I'm csharpfritz.com on Blue Sky. So, I use Mastodon as well. So, that's right. That's right, Junie. The real Fair Fairy. See how she responds to that. So that's right. Sharp Fritz does sharp. You better believe it. Thought you were watching a PHP stream? Sorry. No Rust, no Go here. We're doing C sharp. The face that just got. Tell me more. Ads coming up in 4 minutes. Is it Stealth Ninja or Kelt Ninja? I'm willing to bet it's Kelt Ninja. You're learning Python right now. Want to get a good handle on it. Would C sharp be a good next step? Because C sharp fascinates me for some reason. What do you want to do with your development skills? Do you know JavaScript? If you're looking to do anything with web development with your Python skills, you're going to need to learn JavaScript. Junie with the cheer.
Junie
Junie.
_von_s cheered 100. The real slime far he said you could go pluck yourself, D.
Should I bring up her stream here on our stream? Like a K sound. Got it, Kelt Ninja. I am with you there. If you're looking to do web development with your Python skills, I would learn JavaScript if you don't have it. I would learn that first. C sharp is very much a Swiss Army knife of languages that you can use to build anything that runs anywhere. WebAssembly in the browser instead of JavaScript if you'd like. Great things on the server. We're going to be doing that today. Applications that run on Windows, Mac, Linux, iOS, Android. Cloud-based services, IoT devices. All kinds of options that you have available to you there that you can that you can interact with. She just ran off. All right, let me know if you see her come back, and we'll have a little bit of fun with our friend Fairy Wings. Sea Snakes is... I don't like recommending things that are in the experimental phase. Pre-release phase, I don't mind talking about, but things that are in experimental, something you can check out and take a look at. There's definitely something fun there to see. The Sea Snakes project allows you to run Python from within C sharp, just like the Peach Pie project lets you run PHP code from within C sharp as well. And Peach Pie works the other way around. From PHP, you can call C sharp code. So there's lots of options there. But Sea Snakes is very, very early on and very experimental at this point. So JavaScript, so VB scripts for Internet Explorer are becoming obsolete. VB script is becoming obsolete. So that's something that's... VB script is something that's being deprecated. That's out there. That's something that's been talked about by the Windows folks. So, oh man, I look at the friends here. Oh yeah, we're gonna have some fun with our friend Fairwings, aren't we? She's hiding from the hype train. You wonder how some of this is influenced by people getting doomed to run on anything. Yes, Erin Doss, right? Sea Snake for fun and hobbies project? Sure. So will C Sharp be used as the scripting language in Excel? No. So Visual Basic, hang on. So VB Script, Visual Basic, and Visual Basic for applications are three different things. Okay. VB Script is a scripting language that the .vbs files that you can run at the command line, you can run to instrument Internet Explorer. All of that is Visual Basic script. Ads start in 30 seconds here. And that's being deprecated. The Visual Basic that runs inside of Excel and Word and all that is Visual Basic for applications. That's not being deprecated. However, there is support for Python in Excel. So, but VBA is very much sticking around. And boom, ads are kicking in. Tux, welcome. You have a question related to Azure DevOps. Is there a way to deploy on private storage accounts from Azure DevOps? Sure, absolutely you can. But I'm not sure you're here to see that message because the ads just... I think the ads just started, didn't they? It said the ads were starting. I guess they're... It's not clear to me. Hey there, Spaghetti Developer. Hello. You remember having someone say it would be going away a few years ago? Yeah, no, VB Script is the one that's going away, and there was a blog post about that. No ads? Okay. So let me answer this question. So Tux09, yes, you can deploy to private storage accounts. Well, hang on. What do you mean by deploy? You have an application that you've built and you want to push it to a private. There, the ads are now. I got the message. The ads are running. Yeah. So I'm going to post a message there in chat, and that's not the right keyboard because I've got two keyboards wired up because I'm running on two machines. There we go. And she's back. Oh. Oh, really? Yeah, there's the ad. Let me give this, can we, I think I have. Oh, no, I can't do that over on this. We're going to need to do the Windows machine. If we're going to do some proper trolling here. So, yeah, I'm too productive for only one. That's right. So, yep, 30 seconds left, and we'll finish answering that question. You have an Angular app which is on a storage account, and it's restricted to a private network. Now, Azure DevOps doesn't have access since it's not in trusted resource. Yes, you're because you moved it to a private network. Yes, you're going to need a runner, your own agent running out there. And a self-hosted agent's pretty easy to stand up. Pretty easy to stand up and join into your... let's troll our friend Fairwings here for just a second. And then we'll get into our coding. Where is it? It's over here. And I'm going to turn off the keyboard camera and turn off the video input. There it is. So... there we go. Let's yeah, let's go troll our friend. Internet down. What? What's offline? Something happened. I'm still broadcasting. Looks like Restream took a powder there. I'm still here? Yeah, I see YouTube hang. How we doing? Are we back? We're good? Alright. Stream is breaking a bit. It looks like Restream is having issues. Yeah. There, it looks like it just picked back up. It feels like somebody at Restream hit a restart button somewhere over there. You there, chat? And now it looks like Twitch is out. How am I doing? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it looks like Restream just dumped. And refreshing on YouTube. How we doing over there? YouTube looks like it's a little bit behind. Looks like it's a lot of bit behind. Yeah. Yeah, I lost all my viewers there. That's great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Restream. No, it looks like Restream's dumping again. There it goes again. No. No, Restream is struggling today. Yeah, it's